My name is Lisa Freilich, and I am the band director here at Spencerville Adventist Academy.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Masota, and I teach Spanish in the high school.
My name is Jane Lanning. I am the chair of the music department here at Spencerville Adventist Academy. I also teach the high school drama program as well as all the bell choir program. I have been here over 35 years. There's students who come into our school, they don't know anyone, they're maybe a little insecure about what they want to do. And if they go into the drama, sometimes there's kids who are very insecure and shy and maybe scared to death to be on stage, but they want to be a part of it so bad, and so they join. And they're part of a big cast, maybe 35, 40 kids, and they get to become family. And then example is probably Miss Freilich, who is our band director. Mrs. Freilich was once our Gretel in the very first production of The Sound of Music.
I'm a little bit more unique in the fact that I'm considered a lifer at Spencerville, which means I was here from pre-K all the way to senior year. So literally the first 18 years of my life was Spencerville.
Another example is Mrs. Masoto, who is our Spanish teacher, and she was a lead character, Anne, in Cheaper by the Dozen.
It was just a phenomenal experience, getting to know people and just having fun. I remember every single year the moment that you're standing behind the curtains about to go on for the first time, and you're thinking like, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? And then you go out and you just have a blast, and then you come back in from your seat and you're like, oh yeah, that's why I do it. Like, it's just such a great experience.
So these kids came, I know especially Lisa, she was so shy when she first came. She was a little bit timid, and she just kept blossoming until she took over a main role in her senior year as Liesl in her final production of The Sound of Music.
So my mom wanted me to do something that was more unique of an instrument, something more rare that students don't usually choose, and I went with the oboe, and I loved it, and kept up with lessons and did band literally from 5th grade all the way to senior year, even into college. So that's how I got started with the band program. And I was also part of the bells and the choir, the honors choir once I got into high school, and the drama program. So I was just really immersed in the whole music department there at Spencerville.
I was gonna say, looking back when I was a student at SAA, I was a part of everything, and that is something that is so cool because you can do anything you want to do. If you want to be in campus ministries, if you want to be in class office or student association, or if you want to be in the step team, if you want to be in soccer, if you want to be in bells, if you want to be in the Cultural Appreciation Society, like, there are so many opportunities for you not to just be a part, but for you to grow as a leader. And that's something that I definitely took advantage of while I was in high school.
And going into college, as much as music was a huge part of my life, I didn't really think of music as a career. I thought of it more as a hobby. But I was part of an orchestra for the first time in college, because they didn't have orchestra at the time when I was at Spencerville. And the orchestra experience was great. I loved it. And the director of the orchestra approached me about pursuing something in music. And it was the first time it crossed my mind about doing something with my future in music. And I didn't really like the idea of just being a strict performer. So when I looked into it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll add in the education piece. Yeah, I shadowed Mrs. Lanning over one of my spring breaks just to test it out. Loved the perspective of being a music teacher instead of a music student, and decided to pursue music education and be a music teacher one day.
Because I love working with young people, and I love mentoring them. I love helping them grow, not just academically, but emotionally and spiritually, and equipping them with skills and tools that they will use regardless of what field they decide to go into, right? So I think Spanish and languages in general are so important to be teaching our young people, not just for the skills and for the pay increase and all that good stuff, but also just for human connection and understanding one another. So that's why I wanted to become a teacher, but specifically teach Spanish, teach communications, and teach leadership. That's what I really like.
One of my success students, if you will, if I can call it that way, is a current student at Spencerville. She's a sophomore, and I had her my first year at Adventist Academy, where I taught, where my first year of teaching. She picked up the clarinet and didn't know anything about the clarinet. She was a 7th grader at the time, and just decided to give band a try. And it was also my first year as a teacher as well, so we were both kind of figuring things out together of how it would work. But she really took to the music. She loved her experience in band, came back the next year, and then she just literally kept progressing and progressing. And she's the schedule doesn't allow her to be in band, unfortunately. She's in choir, but she does come and play with the band for performances, and it's amazing how she can just jump in and just read the music like that. And it's amazing to see where she started, of not really knowing the fingerings, just not knowing how to play the instrument at all, to literally just learning the music in a week and being able to perform it fine. And just seeing that progressing is just really exciting.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Masota. I am the Spanish teacher and Student Association sponsor, and I can help you find your voice through languages, cultural appreciation, and leadership.
It's Mrs. Freilich, and I'm the band director here at Spencerville, and I help you find your voice through music and in the band department.